How you doing, Capricorn? Do Celtic Cross for your messages for Capricorn messages for Capricorn. I did an extra one for you. Last one was a bit heavy, and you get a bonus because, you know, you were the most viewed, and you're my favorite, so whatever. Let's see. Judgment. You made a final decision. Universe calls judgment. In the past, you may have felt indecisive, but now you're feeling like you have some kind of direction. What is this? What's the issue of judgment? Walking away. Leaving something unfulfilling, going towards something more fulfilling. Now, judgment is also a time of awakening as well, reckoning and reflection. You're having a moment of an awakening, spiritual messages, becoming more aligned with your energy by leaving things that doesn't fit with your energy now as you know it now. So you may be feeling a bit anxious. The foundation is 3 of Cups. This is third party energy. This can also be betrayal or reconciliation. I'm not sure which. In the past, you feel 9 of Wands. This is the Wounded Warrior card, being defensive, protecting yourself against real or perceived threats. Your goal is to try to maintain all that you have. Maybe you're feeling emotionally unbalanced, or you are trying to juggle between responsibilities of house and home and business and work. And you're trying to maintain and you're trying to protect yourself because you had an awakening of people, places, and things around you that made you want to leave it. Maybe you have reconciled with people from your past and they have, or in some way they've reached out to you, and this is and if you reconciled with your past and they reached out to you, you tend to you gave them the you gave the final judgment over a situation that you felt you were betrayed in the past. You want to have a time of celebration, a time of enjoyment and relaxing, but it's like you're not allowing yourself to do so. You're being pretty hard on yourself, and you are trying to work yourself to the brim, and perhaps you could be a bit overwhelmed. I see the full moon here is affecting you and your emotions a bit much. Try to maintain some emotional stability. I'm trying to do that. I'm feeling the full moon like crazy. Just like the last month of the full moon. And I'm already starting to feel threads being pulled, but it's there and we're all going to try to maintain together. This is going to be a big one. I believe it's going to be the full moon in Aries. I feel like something is going to come out after the full moon. And it's going to give you some information and to allow you to make a final decision about something. Whether you want to continue to work with people from the past or just kind of maintain on your own. Perhaps you would like some kind of support for all that you're doing because you feel so overwhelmed and you have a lot of pressure on you. What is your future? The card for the future that represents the future right before. Oh, I think. Now, in the future, this is a new abundant beginning. It could be a settlement. It could be the Child's Care Act, you know, like they're getting a stimulus, that extra one in the mail that they're giving out for people with children. This could be a new job or a new business, but it has potential as a beginning to build into something like generational wealth. You're moving towards it because you feel like you've had an awakening or an understanding of a situation that you are calling judgment on something, and you are doling out consequences of people's past indiscretions towards you and the past indiscretions towards yourself by dealing with certain people. How you see yourself, your personal strength and weaknesses, an individual perspective of you is the Chariot. This is movement. You could have Cancer within your chart. Oh, but this is on the axis of Capricorn and Cancer, so that is you're moving forward or away from people, places, and things that do not serve you and do not support your life path and the direction that you're going towards to build yourself up, something that is using your divine given gifts as a means of tangible, like, abundance to monetize from your divine gifts. How people see you is the Eight of Wands. This is movement. This is movement forward, fast-paced movement. They feel like you're always going towards something. You're always busy. You talk fast even, and perhaps you're talking fast lately. You're having enormous amounts of energy right now, and I feel like it might increase towards the full moon. So if needed, if you're feeling extra anxious, try to get some more extra exercise. I'll try that as well. I don't want to just preach to the choir and not try to follow it, but I really, whatever, none of us are perfect beings, Your hopes and fears of attaining the goal, the lesson to be learned, blocking your development, Two of Wands in reverse. You fear that you won't be able to maintain it all, that it'll be too much for one person to handle, and perhaps the stress is getting to you, and the responsibility and everything, because it seems like you're very responsible of dealing with this by yourself. You would like some kind of support, but any kind of support that you have, it ended up kind of being more exploitative than supportive. You hope that you would be able to just do it all by yourself, because with Capricorns, they would rather do what they want, what they need to by themselves. without any help or assistance from other people. So that way they could cover everything and see things the way that they truly want it to be created within their own vision, without it being tampered with as like other people's input. But apparently this is becoming a lot more challenging, and I suppose you yearn for some sort of support group, something that you feel that you haven't had. Whatever hope that you had in the past of reconciling with past family, friends, or other relationships that have tend to been less than supportive of your needs, has definitely gone by the wayside, because it was like an understanding that, you know, they are who they are, and you were no longer kind of like holding out any kind of hope, and you're just trying to put your head down and work and do as much as you can by yourself. But I definitely feel some sense of being overwhelmed. The outcome, what you would gain from this experience, the reward, the quality or tool that will help you achieve a breakthrough. This is Eight of Pentacles, putting in the work, building skill and mastery. You know that it's going to be a lot of work, and it's going to be something that's going to be consistent. This is a beginning of something, so it's going to take quadruple the amount of work than it will when everything's kind of established. So it may be helpful to understand that and not try to rush to get everything done completely and as fast as possible. It's definitely quality over quantity, and that's what's going to be your best route. You left anyone in the past, you hope that they won't be coming around to try to give you anything, any kind of other false offers, because I feel like they were false offers in the past. If you turned your back on them, it was for a reason. And you're hoping they would just kind of get the point and not try to enter your space when it's not needed, because it looks like you're really busy and you're having trouble juggling all that's needed and all of this work. But know that this is just part of the process. People could see you as impulsive, someone who doesn't think before they do or talk or speak. So it's maybe at this time it's important to not to try to put a handle on any kind of impulsive decisions or outbursts, which might be kind of hard coming up for the full moon. I feel like after the full moon you're going to get some kind of offer, something that you've been waiting on, or something that's going to come out of the blue that's kind of unexpected. But you're afraid of accepting any kind of offers, or because you're afraid that it's just going to end up really like bad for you, like it has from the past, and perhaps you're blocking it energetically in a way. I feel like if you accepted the help or some kind of offer, though, it would be more helpful for you, but it really depends on what kind of person that you're accepting this help or offer from. See the Hangman, which is your, on the bottom of the deck, you're juggling with if you should work with somebody in particular, if they come forwards, or if you should accept some sort of job offer that has to do with moving Perhaps you have to move for some sort of job offer, or perhaps there is a certain amount of sacrifice that you got to put in, and you're unsure if it's going to pay out for you, or if it's going to be something that will be worth it in your favor. But the only way to work through a blockage is to just, be decisive and do a to-do list and try to put the work in little by little. And I feel like the more that you put the work in, the more that you'll be able to clear these blockages. Don't look at it like trying to gain some kind of outside validation from others and as some kind of fuel. And just know that if you believe in yourself, your gifts, and your divine path, then the skill that you're building in now and you're putting in the work now, it's never going to be instantaneous. It's like you will get the payoff by putting in the work, and you will build skill by doing whatever practice of your business it is. So I don't think you should feel overwhelmed or overburdened or over your head in any way, because you're more than capable of accomplishing any goal that you set your mind to. You don't want any offers from low vibrational people. You want to be able to just put in the work and quietly and without drama, because you feel unstable as it is. The closer to the full moon that it goes, and that's with the increase of energy, the closer to the full moon that it gets. So it would help your anxiety if you know that it's just the full moon. You're feeling defensive over some chance situation, something that happened by chance, because you have been wounded before, betrayed or lied to. You're going forward throughout this awakening and understanding of what's needed, and you're putting in the work in. This is yang, this is action and doing. And whatever action and work that you put into, it will reap its rewards, and universe will exchange gifts for you for the work that you put in. Just be gentle with yourself. Learn to accept help and generosity with an accepting spirit. Learn to give back to yourself as well, because an empty cup can't fill others. I feel like a male energy is a male or female energy is within your environment. They want to reach out to you and they want to exchange gifts for you. They want to come towards you and send out messages and move towards you, but they are healing at the moment. Possibly being introspective. Deeply felt emotions. It's important to go within, listen to your intuition, This is a spiritual path, and it's going to make you feel unsturdy, and I feel that there is a shift within your energy, and you might be going through an awakening period right now, which of course we have many. This one might be particularly strong for you. And you are definitely getting divine messages from Spirit. Be careful of not to be overly skeptical, withdrawn. I feel your lack of confidence is affecting you and your goals. What is this not for you? Bottom of the deck. You feel like this isn't for you. What is not for you? Could you clarify this not for you? You've been within your emotions for a really long time. To be introspective, you know, it's not something that's supposed to be a perpetual state. It's supposed to be like a holding period. And you have been in introspection period for too long. It's time to put movement in. It's time to go out of this introspective period. Perhaps Spirit has been trying to shake both of you up, if it's in terms of a union, and trying to get you to reach out and stop you from holding yourself back from fear or ego. Because the more you hold your back, the more time's wasting. I feel this is it. This is an important period for you. This is a period that I feel like universe came in and stopped the clock in order for you to put the work into something and build for something, for those to actually get their groundings again so they could be more prepared into entering their life path, what they were meant to do within this existence, and which is specific to everybody and which can be found in their chart. North Node, Ascendant, Moon, D10 chart in your Vedic. But the time for introspecting is done. It's not supposed to be there forever. Don't allow your emotions to throw you off track, and to connect with the divine anytime you feel unsteady. And the more you feel unsteady, the more that this full moon comes about. It's time for a nap. You're overworked and overwhelmed. This mental strain about where you should go, what you should do, trying to keep all the balls in the air and trying to hold yourself back from something for fear of it not being correct for you, or you're not your right path. I feel that it is your right path. It's just that you have to put in consistent work without overdoing yourself and overworking with yourself, and still trying to maintain a hope and a faith in the divine without any kind of external validation, in order for you to keep going, because it's going to take a while for you to get to where it's needed, but it is destined for you as long as you go towards it. But if you dawdle and wait, you could miss a window that will take a while to come back around. This is an opportune time. It's just try to be a bit more organized and try to get rest when needed and don't overwork. We'll both try to work on a schedule together. My Capricorn moon is a little, I'm sure my Capricorn moon aspect, I'm on the other side of being ridiculously unorganized no matter how hard I try. I wish I was on that Capricorn side where like you guys are like practically stellar and organized, like the Virgo side and OCD. Just, we all have our positions and our pluses and minuses of those positions. But this is what I have for you, Capricorn. I think this is really a career reading, and this is also a relationship reading. Somebody wants to work with you, whether relationship-wise or a business partnership-wise, and they're still holding back from it, or you're holding back from it. You're holding yourself back from it, from fully committing towards it, because you just have so much that needs to be done on top of all of your responsibilities. What drives you to continue to try to do as much as possible is the fact that you don't want to be stuck here for as long as you did, and you feel like you wasted enough time, but don't worry about it. I think a good schedule will help you into being less stressed, and don't allow the stress and feeling of destabilization close to the full moon throw you off from what you need to do, because you have a very fortunate period within your life that could reap lots of benefits if you put the work in. It's just, if you become impulsive or speak or do impulsively, it could throw off your productivity. But that's what I have for your Capricorn. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. Donation box below if you feel moved to do so. Liking, subscribing, and notification, it really helps the algorithm and helps this channel get the word out. And yeah, if you feel moved to donate, feel free to do so. If not, I still love you lots, and I will talk to you later. Bye.